Good morning, students. Now we will start with lesson 4. You will be surprised that after lesson 2, ma'am is teaching lesson 4. Actually, students, in my first lesson, I have told you that CBSE has announced some changes for the session 2020-21, and some topics of third chapter has been merged along with the second chapter. I have taught you Gulf War 1 and Gulf War 2 and attack of 9/11 and Operation Enduring Freedom, etc. All these were in lesson 3, which I have taught you along with lesson 2. So rest part of lesson 3 is not in syllabus. According to CBSE, now we are having 8 chapters in our book in place of 9. So third is skipped. Lesson 4. Again the name of this lesson is also changed. If you see in your book it is written alternative centers of power, but now according to CBSE the name of this chapter is new centers of power. So students, which are the new centers that I will tell you later. Firstly, discuss why these new centers, how. Actually, there were two superpowers during the Cold War era, which were USA and USSR. Yes, very right. So USA and USSR, they were the two superpowers, and some of the countries have joined USA bloc and some of the countries have joined USSR bloc. Students, you must know that after Second World War, many of the countries of the world became economically poor. So, in this chapter, we will study how some countries of the world, they join hands together, they form a union or a group for their economic development. First, we will discuss about the countries of Europe. Second, we will discuss about the countries of South Asia. Next, we will discuss about the countries of Southeast Asia. So, firstly, we will discuss what the countries of Europe have done after Second World War for their economic development. And this topic is under the heading European Union. Students, you know that after the Second World War, there was a question among all the countries of Europe, what will happen of Europe? Question of Europe. Will they continue with their rivalries? Earlier they were having rivalries. They were fighting with each other for their colonies. Or they must reconstruct their economy. They must reconstruct their economy with the positive attitude. There were two options in front of all the countries, because their economies were ruined during the Second World War, and I have already told you that there was a great economic depression from 1929 to 1933. That also ruined the economies of these European countries. And they also knew that their relations will be destroyed if they will not cooperate with each other. So, after the Second World War, all the countries of Europe, they tried to cooperate with each other. And at that time, the era of Cold War began, students, you must know this thing that the countries of Western Europe, they have joined NATO. And the countries of Eastern Europe, they were in the group of USSR. So, this European Union mainly having the countries of Western part of Europe in the early phase. After the Second World War, when the countries joined NATO, that is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which was led by USA had given a large amount of money to all the countries of Western Europe under the plan that was known as Marshall Plan. Marshall Plan was a plan by USA for the massive financial help. For what? For the revival of their economy, which was ruined during the Second World War. Then, after this, according to this Marshall Plan, when the countries got financial help from USA, they formed an organization that was known as OEEC, Organization for European Economic Corporation. Means they were getting money from USA and they formed their own organization that they will help each other in the field of economy. Students, you must know that the countries of Europe came closer to each other for economic cooperation. They wanted to cooperate on trade and economic issues. In 1949, they established Council of Europe for political cooperation. For economic cooperation, OEEC was formed, and for political cooperation, the Council of Europe was established. Then in 1957, EEC, its name was changed and it was now known as European Economic Community. It was established in 1957. Means they were helping each other in the field of economy because their economy was ruined. Now this European Union, it was established in 1992. The Cold War ended in 1991, you remember? Because in 1991 there was disintegration of USSR. USSR collapsed, one bloc collapsed. There was only one superpower. So the countries which were in the bloc of USSR, they also joined this European Union. Now it has become a big organization. Now it was known as European Union. So when European Union was formed, European Union was formed in 1992. And their objective was economic development was there, cooperation among the field of economy was there, in political field they have to cooperate, these were there, and along with they were having some more objectives, which was they were having common foreign and security policy. Means all the countries of European Union will have same relation with other countries. Their foreign policy will be same, their security policy will be same. They will also cooperate for justice and home affairs. And what they wanted to do? They wanted to make European Union as a supranational organization, and they tried to frame a common constitution. We are having Indian constitution. Each and every country is having some rules and regulation that are written in constitution, What did they do? All the countries of European Union, they tried that there should be common constitution, but it was not possible and they failed. In 11th class, you have studied a cartoon related to this topic, that how the European Union tried to form a common constitution. But it was not possible because the rules for different countries can be differ. This European Union is having its own flag as a country is having. It is having its own anthem as we are having national anthem of India. It also celebrates its foundation date, and it is having its common currency, that is euro. And many new members have joined European Union, those which were a part of USSR earlier. So students, today we discussed how this European Union came into existence. That's all for today. Tomorrow we will meet again.